Alright guys, how are you today? I'm bringing a new video on my channel today, guys. It's not going to be another episode of Hide or Hunt. This is going to be a tutorial video for the server Hide or Hunt. I've been on the server recently quite a lot, and the amount of people that come on the server and ask like what the server is about, even after they actually pay for a rank, because on the server you actually have to pay to play, and it's kind of triggering me when people are like buying ranks to come on the server, as it is, pay to play, and not even knowing what server is about, still asking like, oh, is this the Hide or Hunt game mode? Like, where do I get a beacon? If I get a beacon and I place my beacon, do I die? And stuff like that. And yeah, I thought I'd make a tutorial video because my last tutorial video did really well. It's my most viewed video, and again, thank you so much for the support on that video. But yeah, I thought it was about time to make another tutorial video, as this game mode is a lot more confusing, and I just thought it's a pay-to-play server on factions like Psycho and that. You don't have to pay to join. So I thought I'd make one on this one. Even though there's not that much to actually go through, like the other video is like over an hour long, this one won't be that long because I'll cut it down quite a lot. To be fair, judging by the length of this intro, it's probably going to be over an hour long, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, I'm going to go in like, not like full depth, but I'm going to talk about what is actually like different about this server, and I'm going to try and do it as fast as possible with, at the same time as actually telling you in depth. It's confusing. I want to do it quick, but I want to actually tell you how to do it so people aren't asking questions. So yeah. Also, in the description down below, you will have a list of all the timestamps of of everything. So like, for example, if you don't want to watch the whole video and you just want to find out how to do you want to find out more about farming, there'll be a timestamp, so go to that timestamp and you'll be able to find out more about that, just so you don't have to watch the whole video. If you want to watch the whole video and leave a like if this did help you out, go ahead. But yeah, let's get right into the video. So just to get all the basic stuff out of the way, just to get it so people don't come on the server and are like, oh, my commands aren't working. On this server, it is a mixture of OG factions with Hide or Hunt features. So if you don't get what that means, and if you haven't been playing OG factions, if you haven't been playing factions back in the day, there is basically no claims, no homes, no kits, no TPing, which is teleporting to people, no warps. It's got very limited economy, no silk touch, so you basically can't pick up spawners unless you have a wrench, which I'll get into in a minute. Limited spawners, slash pay is enabled, but it only works within 50 blocks of another player. And there's no slash sell and no slash shop. So basically, I'll get into more detail into all of those things later down the line. You'll have to just watch and all of that jazz. But yeah, that's basically the lowdown of the server. You have to pretty much walk everywhere. There's no TPing. You can't slash home to your base. You have to walk everywhere. And I know it's a pain, but it is really, really fun. Honestly, it might sound like a pain, but when you're actually out in the wilderness and you're always on your toes and you bump into someone like I did in my last video on episode 2, if you want to go watch that video, go and leave a like on it and also subscribe and go and watch it. It was a freaking good video, and that'll give you kind of a insight of what the server is actually about, how intense it is, and how much fun it actually is to find someone in the wilderness. But yeah, and GG to Mali, he's just joined the server. But yeah, so okay guys, so now the next thing I'm going to talk about is things that you can't craft. On this server, there are loads of things that you can't craft, which are kind of massive in the game. But it just makes it just so that you don't get OP really quickly, and you actually have to go other places than just your base. But yeah, so here's the list of things that you can't craft. So there's invisibility potions, super slash enchanted golden apples, enchantment tables, anvils, brewing stands, ender chests, bows, TNT, hoppers, beacons, and that's about it. But that doesn't mean you can't get any of these items, because you can actually get enchantment tables, anvils, brewing stands, and stuff like that. I think that's the only things that you can actually get from there, and a bow from the shop, and also a loot cache, which I'll get into in a second. But yeah, so those things you can't craft, so don't bother trying, don't bother doing any of that. You can't craft them. I know it's annoying, but at the end of the day, I think it's actually a really good feature. So yeah, but yeah, that's just, you basically just can't craft them, so just stop trying. Also, just a little side note, if you do want to go enchanting on the server, I would literally do a little bit of a tour of the spawn, But yeah, it's kind of basic, but I thought I would just show it anyway. So if you go to the east of the spawn, here you find an enchantment table, and you can find some anvils over here, but I don't think anybody actually really knows about these, and I feel like I'm the only one that actually uses them, but they do break, sadly, so I feel like this one's on his like last few dips. So yeah, those won't be there forever, so if you can sneakily get that anvil, do it, but I've got one at home anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, that's pretty much that. And also, if you go over to the shop over here, this is how you go to the shop, and also that's like an outpost shop. So it basically just means that you can sell in bulk. So you can sell all of those, you can sell ender pearls, and you can actually buy a bow here as well. So yeah, it is pretty good. And also over here is the wealth chest, which I thought I'll just get into right now. Wait, no, that's not the wealth chest. I went to the wrong one. Oh, my mistake, that is actually the wealth chest. So if you don't know what the wealth chest is, this is how you get up on the F top. I don't actually have anything to put into it right now. I guess I'll just like put like 9 gold ingots. But yeah, if you do that and you put that in there and you exit out of it, that basically means I've deposited 1,350 into my F top value. So now, if I do F top, that is how I end up on there. And oh, I've only put in that much, and I'm already, what am I? Wait, have I not? Oh, it hasn't updated yet. But anyway, yeah, so I'm F top 15. So yeah, I've only had to put in 9 gold. So I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. I don't think I'm really gonna focus on that too much. Like, I just don't find it like that useful. But if you do want to fight for F top, you don't do it like due to claims, because there's no claims on this server. You have to bring all your ores here. You can pretty much deposit any ore, I think, and just deposit into here, and it will basically raise your F top value. And yeah, that's pretty much how you do it. It's pretty straightforward. And also, here's a bank merchant. I thought I'll just get onto it now because I'm right here. There's no point of coming back to it. But the bank merchant, what it basically is when you die on this server, you lose your balance. When you die, you lose your balance to another player. It drops like a little note, I believe, like a piece of paper with their balance on. I don't know if it takes away all of their balance or just some of their balance, but what you do with that, you bring it over here and you click it on there, and it says you're not holding a bank note. But if you do, you do that, and I assume it gives it to you. I've never done it before, but I assume it just puts the money straight into your bank account. And yeah, Bob's your uncle, you're a little bit more richer. So that's pretty much the bank merchant. Hopefully that answered all your questions. Right, so I'm going to go on to the loot cache now, because I thought I would just do this at spawn, as I do have the money for it, and I was actually wanting to do one anyway. I'm going to save one for my video, one for this video. So basically, what you do, if you don't know what a loot cache is, you buy them from any of the global merchants, and you can get these out of the outposts, which I'll go to in a second. But yeah, you basically go to one of these, get a loot cache. They cost 125k, but it's basically like a crate key. There's no crate keys on this server. You basically just get these. It's like it's a mystery box. So I'm just gonna buy one right now and open it up for you guys, just to show you what you can get. You get 2 items, random items. I've opened up a fair few, and mostly I just get spawners, and I'm addicted to opening them. As soon as I get 125k, I want to open one. So yeah, be prepared to be wasting all your money on these. But anyway, so you can get stuff like bow, anvil, brewing stand, enchantment table, spawner wrench, spawner, any spawner low tier, farmer backpack, grinder's backpack, and enhanced loot cache. I'll get into the backpacks in a second too. I really hope I get a brewing stand though. I really hope I get a brewing stand. 3, 2, 1, boom. And I got another anvil. Are you serious? Oh my god, I got another anvil! But I also got some XP, which is actually really useless, because I've got chicken spawners at my base. And chicken spawners are XP spawners, but I'll get into that in a second. I'm so glad I've got another 125k, so I can open one up on my actual proper video on the episode. So yeah, let's get into the next one though. Right, so I'm gonna head out of the save zone now and go to my base, because I feel like I can actually explain the other like parts of the video and like other features better if I'm actually at my base. But before I do that, I just want to explain the save zone and basically where you're actually safe. So you see this red line? Yeah, if you want to survive, don't cross it. As soon as you cross this red line, you can fight people. As soon as you go back over, you're fine, okay? So that's pretty much how it works. And also, if you come out of here and you're like, oh, I can't break anything, it's because there is a there's a spawn protection. You have to run out at least like 100 blocks or like 200 blocks past the red line until you can start building. But in my opinion, you should really be building your bases like, I don't know, like 2k blocks out, 1k block out. Like, obviously you can go wherever you like, but I would go as far out as possible, but at the same time make it close to an outpost or spawn, because yeah, you're not going to be wanting to run all that way to sell stuff and then run all that way and possibly die. So yeah, just put that in mind. Make sure you are smart with how you make your bases. Just whilst I'm out in the wilderness and actually running, I just wanted to give you a little bit of a tip on just how to survive and how to be more safer in the wilderness pretty much. And this idea is basically tree climbing, like just tree running and all that jazz. This is probably not the best biome to actually like show you in it, so I'll probably do a clip of like me running in a proper like area where it actually works better. But basically how I see it is that if you're on top of trees and just like running on top of trees, you're not like having to dodge like loads of like wood all the time. And yeah, it does get a little bit tricky. Like, you know, you have to put more effort into actually like, you know, running. You have to like think about it more. But I see that as a good thing, because you always have to be on your toes. You have to always like realize where you are and like of your surroundings. So and do that. And also a good thing about it is that you can see ahead. You can see clearly, as you know, you have like the whole of the whole of the I don't know how to explain it. Basically, there's no logs in the way like blocking players. A lot of players can just hide behind logs and just like be ready to sneak up on you. And if you're on top of the trees, you can see ahead of yourself. You can see like a more wider, you know, see things. And yeah, I just find it really helps me, and I just feel a lot more safer when I'm on top of trees. And also you have like the height advantage, and I feel like you can actually see name tags better when you're on top of trees, and I just don't feel like people are going to be looking up in trees looking for you. So I feel like it's a good way to stay hidden as well. So yeah, you can use it if you want. You can use it if you like. You don't have to use it, but I suggest you do. Obviously sometimes like you can't always be in a tree. Like for example here, it's not like I'm just going to climb up to that tree to go over to that tree and then go over to that tree and then just jump back down. Like obviously if you're not in like the right biome to do it, like this biome, then don't do it. But yeah, if you're in like a rooftop biome or even like one of those biomes, definitely do it, because I think it will literally save your life. Also, if my voice does sound a little bit weird, I've got a massive cold at the moment, and I'm just really wanting to rush this video. And I'm sorry if this video does seem a little bit rushed. I've just got loads of builders around my house at the moment, and it's early in the morning at the moment, and they haven't actually got here yet, which is kind of surprising because they usually hear it around 8:30, and it is 11. So I'm kind of worrying. I'm trying to get this video out before they get here, before the noise comes, and before I actually like start quieting it down and become more shy. So yeah, hopefully you don't mind it, and hopefully you are still getting the most out of this video. And if you are enjoying this video, and if you do find it helpful, and you do appreciate the effort that I put into this video, please leave a like and also subscribe to the channel, as I do actually upload a series on this channel, on this server. And you'll be notified when I do that, and you'll get more of an insight of me actually using these tips and also doing these things on the actual, like you know, live and actual, like, on video, if you know what I mean, and not just explaining it. So guys, I'm back at my base, and I just wanted to give you, whilst I'm here, I just wanted to give you like a quick tip on basically how to like where and how to make bases. You don't want to make your bases above ground. You don't want to make a house. You don't want to make a massive base that like is visible to the eye when you're just running past it. You want to stay hidden, mine like behind dirt, replace it, dig down like what I've done. I've made a massive ladder that goes down quite far, as the render distance on the server, like for render distance on other players, is quite high. So down there, I've tested it with my mate. You still can see me, but like further into my base, you can't see me. But yeah, just dig into like a mountain or something, or dig just down from anywhere, like underwater or something, and just dig down quite a bit, but don't go down to like Y11, because that is where like everyone strip mines and people will just like find your base really easily. But also the biomes that I'd say not to go into is mostly mountain biomes, because if you don't know, on this server emeralds sell for a lot, and you find emeralds in mountain biomes, and honestly people are going to be looking in mountain biomes for so much emeralds, they'll probably just stumble around like along your base, like just from pure luck. So yeah, I'd say stay away from those biomes, but every other biome is absolutely fine. But yeah, emeralds are a really sick way to make money. So yeah, but I'll get into that in a second. But I swear I just saw something name tag, oh my days. But yeah, I'm just gonna jump down here. This is my base. Base of Yes and Cornish, as you do see, and yeah, it's pretty simple. And by the way, guys, because there's no slash homes, you need to make a bed. You need to have a bed spawn set, and pretty much when you die, you'll spawn in your bed. So it's pretty straightforward, and that's pretty much how you do it. Yeah, that's how you make a bed. So guys, the next part of the video is farming, and there's not much to go into farming really. It's just little things just to tell you. So the things that you should know about farming is that farms grow faster on this server. The growth rate is quicker on this server than normal servers, especially with wheat, I think. But as you see here, I do have a pumpkin farm, which is really good because I'll get into it in a second, but at Outposts, you basically sell stuff for more at certain outposts, which I'll show you in a bit. But yeah, so this is my pumpkin farm. It's very small, but you don't want to make massive pumpkin farms or like any farms in general, because it will basically let people be able to find your base like even quicker. I'll probably expand it a little bit more, or just like go down a little bit. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to mine a few pumpkins just so I can show you how the backpack works. If you don't know what a backpack is, it's basically a thing where you can just store it into a chest, like a little backpack. It doesn't actually go on you, it's just a chest that you have in your inventory. But as you can see here, this is how it works. I'll quickly just deposit it all out, right, real quick. So as you see, I have 45 pumpkins. And when you actually have the pumpkins, I'll just half it real quick, and I'll put some in there just to basically assign the item of the farmer's backpack to pumpkin. And then as you see here, it just says drag and drop to assign the item, which I have already done. And then shift left click to withdraw and shift right click to deposit. So as you see, I have 23 pumpkins still in my inventory. If I shift right click, it will put those pumpkins in, and you can store up to 320 pumpkins in there or whatever. Like, it can only be farming things, so like you can put sugarcane in there, wheat in there, just anything farm related. You can't put like diamonds in there or anything, because that would just, you know, be besides the points. But you can get a miner's backpack, which I believe you can put diamonds and stuff, like, you know, blocks and things. So you can put those type of things in a miner's backpack, but in a farmer's backpack, you can only put farm-related items in. And these are really useful, so like if you're wanting to go to an outpost and sell your stuff and you just don't want to fill up your inventory of pumpkins, you want to sell a little bit more, this basically just makes it so it's all condensed into one area. So yeah, it's really useful, so I'd really recommend doing this. But you can't actually buy them, you can only get them from loot caches, which I was lucky enough to actually get one for myself. Just a little side note as well that I didn't actually mention about the farming. Pistons don't work on farms, so if you're going to make like an automatic farm, you can't really do that. I wouldn't really suggest doing that anyway, because obviously pistons are quite loud, so people will be able to hear them easily, and also you don't want to be AFKing like overnight or something on this server, because honestly, you don't want people to see your name tag. I'm crouched all the time, even though people can't even see me this far down. But yeah, I'm just like always on my toes. You don't want to be AFKing because people will be able to see you whilst you're like that. So it's kind of useless anyway. But I just thought I would let you guys know just in case if you do want to make a automatic farm. But yeah, onto the spawners now. As you see, I do have quite a few spawners in my base. I actually have some more stocked up, but I didn't want to put them down because I'm actually waiting to make a new base because I feel like I'm a little bit too close to spawn. But yeah, as you see here, I do have my glowstone covered by stone when I'm actually outside the base, just because I don't want people walking by the chunk and spawning loads of these mobs and basically, you know, seeing all the entities. I'm not going to show you I was about to show you my entities just then. But yeah, they'll be able to run over here, see there's loads of entities, and they'll be like, oh my god, there's a base over here. But yeah, so I've got these. I cover up when I go away. And you can do this with like skeleton spawners and that. Like if you have a skeleton spawner, have that, and then basically uncover it when you go, and then cover it when you're there, just so they spawn properly. But yeah, and also spawners have their own little features. So there's different tiers of spawners. Pig spawner is a starter spawner. I don't really know what that means. I think it's just like basic. It doesn't really do much. It just gives you a little bit of XP, and you can sell the stuff for money. But also there are other spawners like cow, skeleton, and guardian are money spawners. So their loot drops basically give you more money. You know, they sell for more. And then you have chicken, zombie, blaze spawners, which are XP spawners, which basically just give you more XP. And then you have mushroom, spider, and enderman spawners, which are used for crafting / drop spawners. So I guess they are, I don't really get what that means, but I guess you're just going to have to figure that out for yourself. Iron Golem equals final spawner, money / crafting spawner. So yeah, by the way guys, I am getting all this information off the Discord information. If you go on the Discord of the server, which is in the description down below, and go to the information #information tab, you can literally just read this all for yourself. So if you don't understand and you want like to read it for yourself and stuff, then go ahead, it is there for just people to read. But yeah, just to show you like this in action, because I only got 30 seconds until the server, until the entities clear, and entities do actually clear like mobs. As you see, I'm getting so much XP. I'm basically getting like XP per one. I think I was at 8 XP, 8 levels when I just started that, and now I'm at 17. So yeah, as you see, chickens are pretty OP. Chickens are very OP, and also if you're gonna kill cows and stuff, you get loads for that as well. And I swear I keep seeing name tags. I am really nervous right now. But yeah, as you see, they do spawn pretty fast, and yeah, you do get quite a lot of it. And yeah, chicken spawner is probably my favorite spawner because I just love enchanting. As you see, I have a full prop 4 set and stuff. I just love enchanting. I've also got like efficiency 5 and stuff. It just saves you a lot of time. And it's really easy compared to like going straight mining for like XP levels. And especially at the moment, the nether and the end aren't open, but I feel like they'll be open like in the future. But yeah, don't come on the server like making a nether portal, because you won't actually be able to get in there just yet. But you can probably just make one for the future, just when it does actually open, if you know what I mean. But anyway, I'm going to block up these spawners so no more can spawn. I'm going to kill the rest of these chickens, and then I'm going to exit out of my base. And yeah, and then I'm going to show you where the outposts are. So I was just on my way to one of the outposts just to show it off and all, and I just thought of another thing that I should probably cover, and that's basically how to find bases, places to look to find bases. And this is a perfect start for one of them. There could easily be a base under here. What people normally do is break the top block and basically have ladders underneath, basically leading down to a base underground. So yeah, that's basically what people do to make a base. And also people make bases under trees. If you have ever watched like a Minecraft hide or hunt video from like Creepersedge or something, they have all made bases like underneath trees and stuff. So obviously their fans are going to come onto the server and play on this server and think that's a good place to build bases. Obviously you can't go under every single tree, but if you are in an area and you see like XP on the floor and stuff like that, I would definitely go and like dig a few trees out and like a few dirt underneath trees just to see, because honestly you'll be surprised on how many people actually have their bases underneath trees and don't realize that people can easily find them. So basically just dig out a whole load of this, like the top layer. I'm smart, so I like go down a couple more layers just to get like a bit of a, like just to double check really, because a lot of people will like do double layered just so like people don't break the top chunk and be like, oh yo, base. They'll have like 3 like block thick just to like see like, oh yeah, no one's base is here. So yeah, that's basically what you have to do towards that. And another way is just try and look around like things, maybe like break a few dirt blocks on like mountains and that, and you'll be surprised people will build their bases into mountains. And the doorway, you don't even have to like dig down the whole mountain. The doorway will literally just be on the first block in. So yeah, just do that. And also perfect, I've literally just ran into another one, is if you find any of these water streams, a lot of people build their doorways going down in those water streams, just like disguise it a little. I don't know how it really works. I don't know how they think that they're actually hidden from that, but yeah, it's just a little bit of a hiding spot. Okay guys, so this is one of the outposts. This is one of the 4 lime outposts, and basically this one is the closest one to my base. Yeah, I'm probably gonna dig myself a hole by telling you that, but as you see, it does have an enchantment table. I haven't been to any of the others, but I assume they all have the same thing. This one has an enchantment table, anvils, and it also has shops. And also at each of the outposts, they have different shops, basically giving you advantages. So for example, at this one, you can sell pumpkins for 1.25 times more than the usual price, and also you can sell raw beef for more and steak for more, which is kind of perfect because I've got a cow farm at my base and I've got a pumpkin farm at my base. So yeah, that's basically how I'm going to make loads of money. You also have like a global farm here where you can buy all the normal stuff that you buy at spawn, and it's basically just like a safe post, like, because when I log off the server, I end up logging off like at spawn, like in a safe zone, just so people can't kill me with all my good stuff on me. I normally log off with all my good stuff on me. So yeah, that's a tip for you guys as well. if you're living close to a safe zone, try and walk to the safe zone and log off in the safe zone so you don't die, because when you actually die, like when you log off, your body stays there for 30 seconds, but I'll get in more depth into that in a second. So if you do landmarks, or you can do /outposts, it basically gives you a list of all the different outposts you can go to. So you have the red one, which is minus 10k by minus 10k, and it basically just tells you what you can do there. You can basically exclusive some mob drops sell for 1.25 times more, and high tier mob drops can be sold as well. You can just read it for yourself, but yeah, as you see, it tells you the corners of each one. Rainbow one is spawn, and pink one, and orange one, and also the lime one. If you click on that, it shows you all 4 of them, which are the closest one to spawns. So yeah, and each one does give you better things. So like pumpkin, raw beef steak, bread, seeds, potato, baked potato. So basically, depending on which outpost you live close to, you'll want to basically build a farm, like depending on whereabouts you live. Okay, so the next thing is logout prevention, which is under PvP features. So basically, logout prevention is when you log out of the server, your body stays there of a cooldown of last 2 minutes from entering the combat. So basically, when you leave the server, your body stays there for about 30 seconds. As you can see, there's proof of that in my last video, episode 2, when I found that guy and he logged off. So that's basically what happens. Like, if you want to insight what actually happens, because obviously when you log off, you can't see what actually happens to your body. That is what happens. So basically, it just turns into like a standstill NPC, and when you kill them, you lose all your stuff, and you come back on the server, and you are dead. So yeah, that's basically what you do. There's not much more really you got to know about it. It's basically just normal faction stuff. Just normal faction stuff. That's like the only cool thing about it. It basically just prevents people from like running in the wilderness and spotting like a diamond guy, and they already know that they're gonna pretty much die, and then they just log off and just like you know, parry away from the situation. So it's a really good feature, basically just preventing you from, you know, just basically just carrying away, really. But yeah, that's pretty much all you got to really know about the PvP features on the server, really. Anyway, guys, that is going to be the end of the video. If I did miss anything, please let me know down in the comments down below with a question, and I'll try my hardest to answer it. If not, just come onto the server and enter it into the sport, and staff are pretty friendly on the server, so they'll probably get back to you within minutes. So, yeah. Hope you did enjoy. If you did enjoy this video and, you know, you found it helpful, even at the slightest, please leave a like on this video, as it really does help me out, and it will get this video out for others to find if they do need help. And yeah, honestly, thank you so much for watching if you've made it this far. So yeah, honestly, have a good rest of your day, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.